episode of Painting with Menoth John will not be seen tonight, so that we may present a very special collaboration between Beer Machine and Painting with Menoth John. Mothership, a horror survival RPG starring the cast of Beer Machine and Painting with Menoth John. Presented in Super Legitivision, the future of podcasting. It's .com. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and mothershippers across the multiverse. Welcome to another episode of your favorite RPG, Mothership. And, of course, with me tonight is the usual cast of idiots. You know them, you love them. They're the Tinglerites. And they are here tonight to share their experiences, their fun, their frivolity with you, the at least one or two people who are out there tonight. So we're very excited. We are at what could be the ultimate or penultimate episode of the Mothership Act 2. And of course, with us tonight we have, and we'll do this as we have done for the last 11 episodes. We will go around the horn, if you will. I'm sure that fans of Letterkenny will probably hear the word horn and go, but he's going around the horn, huh? Eh?
Like a tube of tennis balls, eh?
Eh? You know, it's like a baby's arm down there, eh? So
they might be sorry.
Well, let's get off to Chesterfield and talk about our who we are and where we're at. And of course, we've had some upgrades this week. And we're going to start off with everybody's favorite engineer. You know him, you love him. Sasha Manikoff, tell us how you have upgraded for this particular evening and what you're having for a beverage this evening.
Hey, folks. Sasha, due to his puff pass tactics last episode, has leveled up to level 6. And he got +5 intellect because he needs a little help.
Because that's how the bud works, right? You take
Yep.
you pass the Dutchie and you get smarter. That's how that works.
Added +3 to combat, and he only had 1 stress, so he just kept it and gave himself +1 resolve, which I still don't remember how that mechanic works, but sure.
Nor do I. It's fine.
Yeah. And then I made an error on my sheet. I should have 0 skill points left after this.
So we're going to go ahead and mark those off.
Heard it here first, folks. 0 skills.
Yep.
Dead Space IT.
Dead Space IT. He learned, hey, I forget his name now. The guy from Dead Space is an engineer.
Isaac Clarke.
Isaac Clarke. He is an engineer. Just saying. So he learned close quarters combat, CQB as we call it in the military, and he also learned explosives, which I'm sure nothing good will come of.
Outstanding. Well, Sasha, what are you having to drink this evening?
Drinking tonight. Let's see if we can get this to show up here. There we go. This is 5 and 20 Spirits Applejack. Mm-hmm. Comes in at 40%. And Applejack, for those of you that are not familiar, if you haven't heard John gush about it enough, Applejack is a distilled spirit made from apples. Now, traditionally, Applejack was made by the country's founders by letting hard apple cider freeze and then removing the water, which is inherently dangerous because it leaves the methanol in the Applejack, which is the thing that makes you go blind. So modern distillation doesn't do that. They do it, how they're supposed to safely. On the back here, it says, we're proud to present this carefully handcrafted creation of small batch, small barrel Applejack, our version of what is believed to be the first American distilled spirit. Made with fresh local cider and laid down in our own used whiskey barrels. Come taste us at our grain to glass location, nestled between routes 5 and 20. Get it? 5 and 20 Distillery in Lake Erie's wine country. It's in Westfield, New York, which is about an hour and 20 minutes or so southwest of us, or of me, I should say. I bought this at 5 and 20 at the distillery. I was out there with my wife, Emily, and Mr. and Mrs. Clark. That's Mr. Golden Deal from the PG days, if you remember him.
Love that guy.
And I bought this and a bottle of rye that was finished in sherry casks.
Sweet.
And both fantastic purchases.
Fantastic.
Totally worth the money. I think it was like $30 or something.
I'd like to give a shout out to Talcazar for joining us this evening. Thank you for being in the chat room.
Talcazar.
If you're watching, please, for God's sakes, interact in the chat room. If you have a particularly good suggestion in the chat room, I might just have that happen to the team. You never know. But that's fantastic. I'm going to jump in here because you were talking a little bit about a rye there. And let me tell you a little bit about this bottle. This is Still and Oak Rye from, get it in camera, Still and Oak Rye from Great Lakes Distilling in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So Great Lakes Distilling, and Rich can attest to this, distills some good shit when it's not called Roaring Dan's rum. And this is I was up there the other day just kind of like because I wanted to give them a try. This is straight rye whiskey is prized for its big, bold, and spirited flavors. Our unique rye whiskey recipe is 100% rye grain from local Wisconsin farmers. This rye is then milled to local artisan grain mill. Great Lakes Distillery knows that the best rye grain and rye malt will deliver the most flavorful 100% rye spirit. Yada, yada, yada. 45% alcohol by volume. It's goddamn delicious. It will make you a Manhattan that you will look forward to having in the future. Oh my God! Hey guys, Etmon Crafter 0191 wants to know if we want to become famous by followers and viewers on bigfollows.com. Holy shitballs! We could be famous. We could be like.
I'd love that. That'd be fantastic.
Oh my God!
Remember this happened a while ago.
Oh my God! Edmond
We
Crafter.
haven't been famous yet, but this is the real one.
This is absolutely the real one, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, get on over there to Etmon Crafter 0191 and give them the business. Give them the business. By the way, guys,
Dare we say new sponsor?
No.
That does not deserve a luchador bottle opener. Speech
no,
right there.
no.
John, you should probably use your admin skills when you have a chance and delete that link from the chat room. So no one clicks that by accident later.
I don't know how to do that. So just it's like a
Okay,
landmine.
well,
it's there. You can there's a little mound of dirt. Don't step on it. Yeah, don't click that. By the way, if you do click that, you're going to probably be voting 400 times in the Pennsylvania election. So, maybe vote, maybe don't vote. I don't know. It's up to you.
400 times in the Pennsylvania election.
Yeah. So, it's fucking delicious. It'll make, you take an ounce of that, a half an ounce of sweet vermouth, and a couple shots of Angostura bitters, and you got yourself a quality Manhattan right there. So there you have it. That's my update. Let's move on to everybody's favorite artificial human. A rumor in the streets has it that Troll Chuck, my offspring, might tune in this evening just to hear Eric talk, because it is such an on-point version of Data. It's more Data than Data. And what are you drinking, and what did you do to upgrade in the latest firmware update, flash update to Eric?
Right. So I am drinking Flight Mechanic Distilling's mead.
Fuck.
This particular mead has been aged with charred bourbon barrel chips.
Charred bourbon barrel.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
Dan, did you know?
Were you aware?
Were you aware that you can smoke mead? You can smoke the honey that's used in mead and make a smoked mead?
We're going to have to try that. This is actually pretty good. You got a little bit of smoke on the finish there, too.
Were you aware that there's a smoker at JohnCon this year.
Oh, interesting. Well, let's reach out to the folks at Flight Mechanic and see if they want to go for a trip.
Well, we'll see if we can.
I will send them an email after this because this sounds interesting.
You might want to send one of them Twitters, or perhaps there's their chat room on AOL you could go to, and let them know that that's a possibility. And if Flight Mechanic is willing, perhaps some meadery could be had on a live stream for the people.
Yeah, we can. I've got it. We can invite them to alt.distill or their alt/distilling/JohnCon.
Oh fuck yeah! Yeah, that's part of half a dozen Chan.
Yeah.
Half a dozen Chan.
That's great. Hook them up on the news group.
Fuck yeah.
As opposed to Baker's dozen Chan.
I bet you they've got one of them GeoCities sites we could probably get on board with.
What about a little bit of that smoked honey in a bright pipe first thing in the morning?
Oh shit! If you briped some smoked honey,
I wonder
you're living
if
the dream.
You could do honey pressed espresso in a bripe.
I'm just saying, they talk about using the sugar cubes. I don't think some smoked honey would go amiss there.
I'm thinking that if a guy had one of these.
Oh shit!
You know what? If you have a smoker and you have mead and you're continuously making smoked mead, you could say you smoke mead every day.
Oh shit!
Well, that's a remix that has to happen.
Hey!
Oh my god, this is the best RPG Eric, on Twitch on this channel right now.
So Eric actually has a total of 3 levels to announce.
Fuck!
Last session he had a level.
How did I give out that much XP, by the way? I'm looking at my chart here. What?
I go by what you send. Last session Eric had a level queued up already, but we weren't leveling, which was fine because he didn't need those skills. But yeah, so for level 4, +4 to all saves, and he learned 0G in scavenging.
Nice.
Excellent.
Useful skills.
Legit.
Mm-hmm.
Level 5, he got +5 to strength, +3 to combat, and learned jury rigging, because that can only go great.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And then level 6, he got +5 to combat and +3 to strength, so flipped him around, and is holding on to 2 skill points for later.
Most excellent. That is fantastic. I had no idea that you had so many banked skill points. So there you go, kids. He goes.
That doesn't mean to make it harder for us.
He goes to bed.
Yeah, just make it harder for Eric.
He goes to bed. The worst Marvel superhero wakes up Superman. There you go. Reggie, tell me about your upgrades and the fact that you somehow now have. Well, I caught you up a little bit. You're close. You're close.
I'm almost
to
level 6.
We're working on it, buddy. We're working on it. And what's your upgrades
like
and what's your drink?
So my drink, I picked up something local from Cape May Brewing. It's called Follow the Gull, and it's an India Pale Ale with citrusy, tropical, and juicy flavorings. And it was to benchmark the 325th anniversary of Cape May County.
What makes Cape May County particularly unique?
I think I don't know. I'd have to do some research.
That fucking beer. Got it. Okay.
I don't want to like shoot from the hip on that one.
No, that's cool. That they're famous.
Aren't you in Jersey? Like you can't really offend them.
They're famous for their.
I feel like it's something like maybe like because I don't know if there's any colonies around this area, but maybe.
They probably are famous for their quarter-sized insects, or excuse me, arachnids.
Yes.
So
I shared earlier.
Yeah, there you have it.
Yeah, didn't the Pilgrims like land on Hackensack or some shit like that? No,
something like the Hackensack Rock. It's like the shittier version of Plymouth Rock, and like
Hackensack.
Yeah.
Apple.
Do you just hear chants of
I feel
GTL, Jim Chan Laundry like constantly while you're there?
I feel like we got
and people
freedom.
screaming through the walls.
I feel like we got freedoms, you know?
All the freedoms.
Yeah.
The freedoms to go to the gym, the freedoms to tan, and get that laundry.
I got that
Gotta look
freedoms
good.
right here. Right here. Down on the beach. All right. All right.
Yeah.
We got us a situation here.
All right, Snooky. Tell me about what you're drinking. Well, you already told me that. You already told me about all this stuff. Did you got
Yeah.
some? Did you tell what'd your character do?
So I leveled up. I
Okay.
took 4 to my saves. I took 1 resolve because I'm resolved to this mission, which will bump me up to 3 resolve total. And I learned cybernetics because Eric seemed to keep getting ripped in half and stuff.
Seems big. Well, I wonder why that would be. Amazing, Sasha. Why do you suppose Eric is getting ripped in half all the time?
I have no idea.
Do you have any theories on that one? I didn't think so.
It's the smoked meat.
It's the smoked meat in the meat bag. All right, so Snuffy, tell me a little bit about what you have decided to do to your character and what the hell you're drinking.
Well, this time, Snuffy decided he wanted to follow that Sasha Manikoff style and
Sasha.
upgrade some saves.
Sasha.
Hey, Sasha's got a few things he's doing right. Not much, but a few. So, upgraded that sanity to +4. So, and again, I forgot to add these on my sheet. I realized that after I pulled it up again.
Shit.
Marines don't add very well.
Oh,
So my sanity is now up to 29. I added 4 + 4 to fear, so that's 34. I removed all stress and decided I should learn some tactics, since we seem to keep not realizing what the fuck's going on
Yeah.
when we meet people.
Probably a good move on that one. What are you having to drink, buddy?
I'm a party pooper. I have a very important meeting at really fucking early in the morning with people in Africa, so I have tea. But to pair with that tea, I do have some lovely, lovely crayons. I got me a whole friggin' box of these edible ones. I know y'all want some. And, I mean, let's see how these taste when I pair this with. So, I mean...
That was a big chomp. That was a big chomp. Tell me, is it
Just
got a...
like Crayola used to make.
Yeah, it's like somewhere between lava and palm olive, right? Exactly. Fantastic.
It'll keep you regular.
That's terrific. All right, kids. So
Brett, I have your new Facebook profile picture. I will send you.
Oh, God.
I'm sure that won't work.
I'm sorry.
out.
Oh, Buddha.
All right. So, for those of you who've been playing along with the Mothership Home Game Edition, if you'll turn to scenario 6, they have gotten to the point where they got one of their guards high, who was a guy named Verger, and they left the Tingler. I don't know. Okay, we're getting laughs. I should probably look and see what the hell that is. Let's take a look here.
I just took a screenshot of Brett chomping the crayon.
I
so.
think that's a fine idea. That's great.
Going in the mouth. All in the mouth.
It turned out that Verger was none too happy about his situation. See, we brought it back to New Jersey again. And he had jettisoned his buddy Calm, who was the android that had no arms and no legs and fell in a hole, but his name wasn't Phil. Oh! That's a callback to some no arms, no legs jokes. Those are super sweet. After Sasha had gotten him a little bit high with the bud he had hanging out from in his inventory, and he has helped Brekt and his crew along with our intrepid team to start bringing the pods from the Tingler over to the Lucifer, which is waiting over at Brekt's Breakers. But of course, it wouldn't be Mothership if there wasn't a rest stop along the way.
Of course.
Oh boy.
Before you get into that, John.
Yeah.
I'd like to present a logical ask of the GM.
Oh, that's a
Uh-oh.
terrible lead-in.
This isn't
Please
gonna go well.
continue.
No, it's fine. And if it's not, I understand.
Yeah.
I currently have 1 stress.
Mhm.
However, I also split a joint with someone.
Mhm.
I feel I should have 0 stress.
Not for nothing.
Choker and you increase your stress.
Not for nothing.
This
Yeah.
is true.
And it had
Go ahead,
nothing. It had nothing to do with what you just said. You are the only one that didn't have a nightmare last night.
All right,
Oh.
I'm in.
And that's cool. I think your explanation of only giving you a more colorful nightmare than what you had, but and I wish that stress had something to do with these nightmares, but it doesn't. So let's move on to Eric, because somehow robots have dreams. Well, of course they do, because we learned that from Blade Runner, didn't we?
Yeah, look up
baby.
Google's Deep Dream. Get ready for nightmares.
Oh my God,
I'm under attack.
that is some serious nightmare fuel. So, Eric, in your dream, you're driving nails into your leg. 1, 2,
1 nail. 2
3,
nail. 3.
4,
4.
99,
This is a lot of nails. 99 nails.
100.
My pain sensors are overloading.
Aghast, you realize your pattern isn't symmetrical. You pry them out and start over again. Perfect this time.
I will achieve divine perfection.
So that was your nightmare.
Oh, lovely.
Snuffy.
Fucking
Surprised it took this long for the Hitachi to get nailed.
Ayo.
Oh, he has been fully functional since day one. I just want to put that out there. Let's move on to Snuffy. By the way, guys, I have to announce this here. I don't want to break the mood here with these nightmares, but we got our first troll on YouTube in the comments section. I think that is like a breakthrough for any of our shows.
I think we've made it.
Yeah. Hey, so on behalf of that troll, I forget the fuck his name is because I banned him or something. Hey, Ron.
Hey.
Ron. Etmonocrafter 0191.
Woohoo! He was particularly complaining, Dan, about the fact you were not wearing large headphones. To which I told him to go
you don't
fuck
mean
himself.
The spammer. You mean we had an actual?
Oh no, I'm
complainer.
not kidding. I'm talking about somebody
No
who was,
shit.
yeah.
Huh?
And he can go fuck
If
himself.
you're watching this one, like, is he banned? Can he see future videos?
I
do
don't
you think?
know.
Well, if you can, take a suck from my open asshole.
Oh God! Wait. Is that something that can be negotiated?
Come to
Is that a
donations at
John
John
level?
Con.
Yeah, come to John Con. By the
So
way,
that's how
Dear
the sheep
God.
repopulated.
Holy shit!
so by the way, I didn't mention it earlier. John Con 2021 is a thing. It is going to be the best John Con of all time, and look below for links to the PayPal if you're not local and want to donate. All proceeds go to the Racine Food Shelf and the Halo Homeless Shelter. We're splitting it 50-50 between the two organizations. They share a building, for fuck's sakes. And so we're going to give it to both. If you want to attend, PM me or something. I don't fucking know. But we've got a great 3-day event. It'll be super amazing. RPGs, brisket, beer. It's fucking amazing. Anyway, so there you have it. Look below. It's a thing. It's a link. Smash the subscribe, the bell. Give it the business. Put your dick in it. I don't give a fuck what you do. All right, here we go. All right, so let's move on to Snuffy. How's them crayons working for you, Snuffy?
Great. Wax.
Yeah.
Are they soft? Are they chewy? Are they crunchy?
They're bubble gum.
Oh,
okay.
well, shit. There you go.
I'm going to be going through these because they lose flavor about every 20 minutes.
There you go. All right. So Snuffy, you trudge through a land in your dream, of course. Hang on, people are okay. There you go. You trudge through a landscape blanketed in bones. They snap and crunch underfoot. Drifts of them are knee deep and pulling you gradually under. They rattle as you descend. I can't believe that makes you feel comfortable.
It's better than the last one.
You're not
I
wrong.
wasn't feeling comfortable. I was showing as I was being drugged down. I was trying to enact the dream for our viewers at home, all 3 of them, or
Okay.
however many there are.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We got a like a gang of 4 that watch this show. I love them all dearly, and that's why we do it. All right, so and then Reggie, you're last. You feel a trapdoor in your dream. You feel a trapdoor spider making its home in your throat. You know what you have to do. Jamming a blade in as simple as carving butter. You wiggle it around with satisfaction.
Nope, don't like that.
You missed. So not only
I made the trapdoor.
yeah, it's the trapdoors.
Oh.
Wow.
I got nothing. We're not going to comment on that. So, all right, kids. So back to where we are. And you wake up, sun's coming up across the moon, and you've got your merry band of idiots. You've got you have Verger, who's got you have between the party you've got a fair number of Brekt's breakers and Brekt, along with Verger and your crew of the Tingler are now heading. You're almost approaching Brekt's breakers base with your 6 cryotubes along with you from the work that you had done before, and you're approaching the hangar of Lucifer.
Question.
Yeah.
Was Dean with us, or had he left?
Dean has left, but
Okay.
Dean has just returned. Oh, this is
Hi,
bad.
Dean.
This is bad. This is bad. This is very, very, very bad. This is bad. This is bad because of the way things are, and I'm not okay with that.
What's wrong, Dean?
Malta knows about all of this. Malta's aware of things because she lost robot. The robot has not checked in, and she knows now that things are not how they should be.
Well, double time.
I've let Ann know. And hi, everybody! I've missed you.
Hi,
Sasha
Ann.
reflexively covers his ears,
Hi,
and then he realizes this is probably
won't
offensive
save
and
you.
stops. Yeah.
I'm
Ann, you should go stand next to Sasha.
I've been carving things, and now I have them with me because we're leaving, right? We're leaving.
Yes. Wait, I should probably be doing that in character voice, huh?
It would be okay.
Yeah. Hello, Anne. We have to do maintenance to the ship and install cryotubes, and after that, we will leave.
I told my knitting circle that we were gonna go together. Is that okay?
Where is your knitting circle?
Well, there's a lot of them, but I don't know who's gonna come. And Dean, and then Dean cuts in and puts his hand and it says, "It's okay. We don't have so many people. I told him that there were so many places, and that you guys tried really hard. You guys tried really hard to get things to where we could, be together."
Is Brekt in the vicinity?
Yes, sir. He's
Okay.
absolutely.
Sasha walks over to Brekt, and he says, I don't know what time of day it is or if days even matter, but he says, good, whatever. He says, Brekt, how many total spots do we have for passengers and cryotubes to accommodate them?
Well, it's a good question you asked that, son, because when we had the original loadout on the Lucifer, we had a good solid 6 people that we could bring along with us, because we had made some assumptions that there might be some from the original colony that might join us. However, we have the 4 spots that y'all taken up, and then we've got probably one for Dean and Ann. And if they're bringing some people, they can probably fit in the 6 slots that we got left over from the cryotubes y'all brought. So I think that we're probably in a fairly decent spot when it comes to this knitting circle or whatever the hell that Anne's talking about. My earplugs did shot right the fuck out of my head.
I understand. We want to make sure that your people have enough room.
Now, the original layout of Lucifer took into account my own people. I am deeply concerned, however, about the information that Dean has shared about Malta knowing about our operation. This certainly advances our timetable.
Maybe you should talk to Dean. Maybe Dean and Anne, and it would probably have more weight coming from you as opposed to me, because he knows you. And then maybe tell Anne how many spots we have -1, just in case something goes wrong.
That sounds like a fine possibility.
Okay,
And
thank you for your
Dean
time.
and after that conversation, Dean and Brekt have a conversation along with Anne, and you hear and you hear a little bit of that going on, and you hear and Dean is rocking back and forth a whole lot because that's what happens, sort of, and Brekt comes back over to. So we have reached an agreeable situation here. The truth be told, we got ourselves a situation on our hands. Dean has made it very perfectly clear that Malta is aware of our situation, which has advanced the timetable on the Lucifer. Now, we need to get these things installed. I got the spots for them. I can tell you where to put them and all that kind of stuff. Now, we probably are going to see some level of resistance. I think that is probably something that cannot be avoided at this point. I was hoping at this point that we could get out of here. At which point, Verger walks up and says, "Hey, man, I can let me tell you about the people of the colony, eh? You not worry about a thing, eh? I get this cryopod on here. We nothing but cool runnings, man."
Jesus.
I don't know
Is
what.
Verger a qualified engineer, or is he just like...
He's muscle.
Okay, that's fine.
He can feel the rhythm and feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's cryotube time.
It's cryotube time.
It's cryotube time.
He's like one of those orcs from Lord of the Rings that just carries the bomb and runs it
That's
into the
amazing.
wall.
So
Sasha looks at the group. Out of character, who has engineering besides me?
Reggie does.
Reggie does?
Yeah, Reggie does.
Eric?
I also have cybernetics, which you'll probably add to that.
Or what are you looking for?
Engineering?
I don't have engineering, but I do have jury rigging, which is I do not have the required skills to assist, but it's possible that I can use other skills.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how
Stuffy.
this works, but through trial and error, we will achieve our goal.
That's great.
That's Hitachi. Just keeps plugging shit in until he gets that reaction he wants.
that was called
Stuffy,
also
I
my
don't-
30s.
Oh, 20s here.
Late
Stuffy.
bloomer.
Still there.
Late bloomer.
I have no relevant skills for any of that shit.
Okay, that's what I figured. All right.
Hey, I'm putting in character work on what I'm picking here.
Okay, so Sasha says, Reggie, I think you and I are the most qualified people to do these cryotube installs. We should get started quickly.
Let's do this. Eric can take and set the vibe. You get my drift with his vibe shedding.
Sasha looks up at Virgil, because I'm assuming Virgil stands like taller than...
Yeah.
Or Verger, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Verger. He doesn't give it. He's so
Verger.
fucking
First
high. You
Star
could
Trek
call him.
feature.
Just don't call him late for dinner. That's all Verger cares about at this
Yeah.
point.
He looks up at Verger like this, and he goes, "Irman, we need you to carry the heavy things."
I got you, man. I got you.
And they kind of fist bump and go to work.
Okay, so you have arrived at the hangar doors for the Lucifer, and Brekt punches in the code, and the entrance goes in, and you bring in the 6 cryotubes, and there in front of you sits the Lucifer. The Lucifer is essentially a cruiser-sized spaceship. It's impressive, given the fact of the materials that have been. This is essentially a moon that has pulled scrap from space, and he and his team have shown a clear degree of craftsmanship in bringing the Lucifer together. It's when you look at it, it looks more black than not, which is maybe perhaps the inspiration as you're thinking about where the name probably could have come. But it is, and it looks to be completely intact and ready to go. And Brekt goes, so let's bring these cryotubes on. Is everybody going to be coming onto the ship? I'm thinking, given it what I've been hearing with the with Malta, that we probably should be posting some guards out in front. I know that Verger, are you willing to get out in front there and help protect the Lucifer? Oh yeah, man. The Lucifer, she's in good hands, yo. And says, who from your team has the skills necessary? We got to get these cryopods installed just as soon as possible.
Sasha gestures a wrench up towards Snuffy, and he says, take the crayon eater. He's good at shooting.
All right. So
he's a demolitions expert, if I remember. Snuffy.
Fuck yeah, let's go set up a perimeter.
So
maybe you should take Eric. Take Machina. He's good too.
Okay. All right. So, we're gonna split the party again because that's fun. Let's go ahead and so let's take Snuffy and Eric. What are your plans here? What you have in front of you. The Lucifer sits in a large hangar area with a single entrance to the east, and with a number of crates and boxes and cargo and things like that. Essentially, this is an area that is owned by a scrap company. Tell me about your plan.
Set up improvised fighting positions with the scrap.
Talk to me more about this.
I don't have tactics. You direct me. In character. I have not yet been programmed to commit murder or even assault, although I believe I am capable. If you could assist me in setting up defensive measures, I would like to continue with our initial plan I will modify the initial plan. We will kill almost everyone.
Hitachi, not almost everyone. The people not within this vicinity now. That would be the bad folks who tried to stitch the fuck up out of us in that other place.
Eric, give me a sanity check.
Okay.
Eric, give me a sanity check.
Deal. I'm a bad player, and my dice are in my bag. One moment. Please hold.
If any of the rest of you have your dice in a bag, please get them out now.
Don't be me.
Dun, dun, dun,
I have
dun,
invisible
dun,
dice.
dun,
Look
dun,
at
If it's
dun,
any
dun.
consolation, I'm a dumbass, and I do that when I GM, too.
But when you're GM, who
said
cares? Sanity.
Touche. Sanity. 28. Fantastic. Holy shit. 009.
009. You have passed that check.
Oh, thank God.
That surprises everyone.
That surprises me. So you can continue on with a plan that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Thank God.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
I will kill the opposing forces and refrain from killing anyone else until it is time to choose who goes in the cryopods.
Hitachi, that is not your choice to make. You will be directed who will become the meat popsicle.
Give me a sanity
extreme
check,
placement,
Eric. Give me a sanity check, Eric.
Company personnel is my priority.
I am the alpha and the omega.
Don't you mean was my
Shit.
problem?
16.
Uh,
Wow.
You pass. Apparently, you want to be a slave. Sounds good. Okay.
Hey,
It
Hitachi,
is my
start
knife.
grabbing as much solid scrap as you can to create barricades to stand behind and shoot from. Can you do
Okay.
that?
I kind of want to make a D100 chart of just things for Eric to say.
Well,
When he's
even better, do a flow chart. It gets more fucked up the further down you go.
yeah.
just like you roll a dice, and if it's like the better
Okay.
stuff, like the really screwed up stuff, as the higher you go, the
Out-
more crazy it
out-
gets.
Out of character and out of game, Rich, you just had the best GM idea of all time, and as you consider being a GM in the future, seems legit. Okay, just
Okay.
gonna put that out there.
Thank you.
That's
Honestly.
amazing.
Have you guys seen that skit where the guy asks about, do you even lift? And he's got the flow chart.
Okay, so
Yeah.
And it all comes back to it. You don't lift. Like, this is Eric, but it's just going to murder everybody. So it doesn't matter. It's just
okay,
going to circle back up to murder everybody.
Okay, all right. We should probably get back on task.
back
but
on
yes.
task.
Should we?
Yes, exactly. Back on task. So in front of the Lucifer, we have Snuffy and Eric, who are doing a surprisingly a plum job of barricading and providing defensive cover. Meanwhile, back in the ship, we have the rest of the crew in the cryopod area. So we have Brekt goes. What we got here, boys? Here's our main bay, and this is, as you can see, we have 6 of these 6 compartments over here is where we have the extras currently so far. Now, unfortunately, the bulkheads are not fully compatible with what we want to do. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a little bit of work here to fix these extra 6.
Who is that?
That was me. Sorry, folks.
Wow. Okay.
That was a patrol heading past, I guess.
That was Eric getting ready to lift something.
So
Where the Blade Runners coming for you, Hitachi?
The Adeptus Custodes have found me.
I feel like Batista is about to get axed in Blade Runner 2024 or whatever the hell that one was. Anyway, so so Brekt goes, we're gonna have to work on this, boys. I don't have necessarily. We have all of the we have the cryopods here. Got a set of tools. I need y'all to start working on this.
Don't worry, Brekt. We got this.
Tell me about how you got this.
Well, we're going to sandwich them in. We're going to stack them, and then we're going to mount them to where they won't crash.
Okay. All right. So, first thing I'm going to need you to do is give me one of the two of you, and I don't care who it is. So look at your character sheets, kids. This is tonight. Tonight is the night we actually roll some dice. I'm going to tell you that right now. The first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find a viable place to put these. This I find to be a mechanical skill. So these are all going to roll on your intellect, and then it's going to be your modifications are going to be based upon your skills that you have on your character sheet. So convince me as the GM a skill that you have that makes sense around installing the cryopods into their physical locations.
I think jury rigging and engineering, hacking. Jury rigging is less applicable. Hacking is less applicable. I'd say engineering is the most applicable.
Seems legit. Does anybody have any arguments to this?
I mean,
I would concur.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I think jury rigging could be useful if the engineering doesn't cut it, or we have multiple tasks.
So here's
for
what
setting it in.
here's what I'm going to do for you is roll on your engineering first, and I will give the other person because that's I believe Reggie. I will give a roll on jury rig as an attempt to fix the fuck up if it doesn't pass the first time around.
That's cool. Okay.
Sounds like a
Awesome.
good idea.
So my intellect is...
Decide who's doing the engineering check first.
What's your intellect, Reggie?
44.
Whoa. And
Very
that
nice.
intellect would apply for both of those, correct?
I think the base roll for both of these are going to have to be intellect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's
All right.
plus 15%, it's actually going to be higher than that. So I'm actually looking at probably a 59.
However,
Do you have jury rigging?
whoever rolls the first roll doesn't get to roll the second one.
I don't have
Right.
jury rigging, which
Okay,
you do, I believe.
I do. So,
So I
you
have
should
to take
roll
the
the first one.
Okay.
I should roll the second one.
Okay, so Reggie, you're rolling an engineering roll, which is
And I
against
need
your,
under 59 or over?
you have
I assume under.
you have engineering, which is plus. How do we
15.
we did last time we did this? We added the trained and expert, so it's a 25. So we're gonna go with a 69. Under a
Okay.
69. We added them together last time.
I got a 25.
Okay, so you clearly passed. So you have installed.
Do you want to do it like we did on uninstalling and roll
Yes.
for each install?
Yes. So let's roll
Okay.
that 5 more
I'll
times.
start a little chart, so give me
Okay.
a second.
That's one pass.
That's, yeah. Okay, and then I assume I'm only rolling for up to the 6 that we
Right.
bought.
You will get to roll on any fails, Sasha.
Second one's a 49.
That's a pass.
Next one is a 30
Pass.
and a 0, which I assume is 30.
Yep.
So
Fourth one.
that's 3. Next one is a 18.
Pass.
Wow.
Next one is this one's a fail. 92.
92. Okay. So let's save that one and let's do the last one and then Sasha
Yep.
can roll for the fix on the other one.
Last one's a 33.
Okay, so you only need to pass one, and all 6 are going to be installed into their physical location, Sasha.
Okay. Sasha
Don't
looks
rill
at
in this one.
Thanks. Sasha looks at Reggie and he goes, "Ugh, Suka," and he brushes him away and he goes, "This Venezia." Means,
Just remember, this is your pod.
Excuse me in Russian.
So where's your jury rig skill? Okay, so you've got the 25% on that, so you go up to a 64.
Yep.
Okay. Come on, Roland. Don't fuck this up.
42.
Nope, you nailed it. So all 6 pods are now physically installed into the Lucifer. Okay? Spotlight goes away from the team inside the ship. You're beginning to hear the sounds of the approach from the outside. You're hearing the sounds of a very agitated group heading towards the hangar bay. Meanwhile, 6 individuals are coming towards you. We're here. We're Brett. Dean told us to come here. We're part of that group of people who he said were good people. We were originally going to go to the plant, but now we want to go with you.
I assume he's talking to me and Hitachi.
Anybody that wants to fucking hear him. He's being chased by a group of people who want their skins.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that.
It is good to want things. In most individuals, it builds character.
Who do
Are
you
we
know who
allowed to
told you
let
to
them
come
in?
here?
We know Dean. Dean's our friend, and he was a part of the group. Malta has issues, and Malta's coming to get yous because this is not okay, and that this is not okay.
Fuck it. Go talk to Dean and Ann. We're going to handle the people coming up behind you.
Where are Dean and Ann? I haven't seen them for days. Are they here with you?
They're down on the planet.
They're on the ship helping Sasha. Go talk to Sasha. I'm sure he'll help you find
We've
Dean
never
and
met
Ann.
Sasha, but
Are
we
we-
know
are-
Dean. Dean's on the ship. What the hell is that?
So I'm in my vac suit. Is anyone else in their gear, like their vac suits and all of that? Like,
Yeah, we're assuming that we've got
Okay.
comms and shit like that because I don't have time
it's
for
a-
nonsense.
yeah, if it's okay, I'm gonna private channel
Yeah.
our group and just go, hello. Could someone please ask Dean if he is expecting company? Because if he is not expecting company, we have a much larger group of people to fight.
Sasha looks at, you said Brekt is on the ship, or Dean?
Dean. Dean's on the ship with you too.
Sasha looks at Dean and he says, lets go of his comm. He goes, Dean, did you tell anyone else to come here?
I told some of our friends to come because I told them that there was a place here by Brekt Breakers that could help us get out of here because we're fucked.
Dean, how many is some?
Well, like enough. Some.
Is there a window within walking distance of where I'm standing?
A window to where?
Just to look outside the ship.
Yeah.
To throw Dean out of.
Sasha
No
grabs
ticket.
Sasha grabs Dean and walks him over to the window and says, "Did you sew all these people?"
Well, it's only 6 people that I told about. Those people behind them are not my friends. That's
Sasha
Malta's
hits the
group.
comm and he says, guys, those I'm sorry, has to say it in character. Those are not friendlies.
Okay.
Itachi, I have come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I am all out of bubblegum. Those are the people we gotta waste.
Okay.
I need
Please
to be.
form an
I need a
orderly-
clarification. I need a clarification. Is that literally all you said to the people out in front? Those are not friends.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Well, I thought it was on. Were you on private channel, or were you yelling out the window?
No, he was.
No, there's no way you'd be able to hear someone through a ship.
No, what,
So it
what
has to be on
you
private
said
channel.
to Sash to Snuffy and Eric is only those people are not friends.
Ah, I gotcha. No, I understand. Sasha says he's not going to
no,
just
no,
say
did
that and
you?
stand there.
No,
What?
say yes or no.
But did you?
No.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Because what
Right.
did you say then?
Okay. Sasha
Click
says
black.
he hits his comm and he says, "I spoke with the dean. He does not know who these people are."
Same result. And I'm done
Yeah,
giving
I mean,
chances.
little-
John, I don't know what you're getting at
So
here.
you
differentiate
basically
between the
there are two
friendlies
groups.
that Dean
There are
invited
two
in.
groups of people. Okay. There's
Yeah,
the people
but they
who
were
are,
with us for the first conversation, so they know there's other people coming.
But we're asking you to confirm this particular group in front
Oh.
of us.
Oh, okay. See, communication. It's good. Sasha grabs
No, it's
Dean's
bad.
head.
That's why we're
again.
doing this.
Sasha grabs Dean's head and he says, "Is any of those people your friends?"
yes, the people in front. Those people are those people behind. They're problems.
Show me who is friend.
The ones, the 6, 7, 8 people in front there by Metal Man and that Cran guy.
He's,
Crayon Joe.
Sasha hits the comm and he says, "Dean says the front party, these 6, you said 6, I think. These 6 people are his friends. Second group, large group, is not friends."
Okay. Hello. I am Eric. Eric holds up the vibe shetty. Please form an orderly queue in that direction. We will board in a particular order, and some of you, unfortunately, may not make it. But panic will result in catastrophe. So please line up.
The people line up dutifully, given the fact that in front of them is a vibe shetty, behind them is death.
Before y'all go in, do you any of y'all have combat skills to assist us with this mob?
They all look around, and they are a ragtag group. They're saying we definitely want to get off this planet. So whatever it takes, if we need to help, we can. And you pick out 2 or 3 of them, who are clearly members of the Imperial Guard, and are willing to lay down their lives for the others. So
Fuck yeah, flashlights ahoy.
yeah. So They join you at the front. Meanwhile, the other 4 or 5 scamper up the in their literal rags at this point. Scamper up the docking ramp of the Lucifer. Spotlight away from Eric and Snuffy back into the hold of the Lucifer. Well, boys, we got ourselves now. This is the difficult part. This is the difficult part. These cryotubes are clearly of a different manufacturer than what I'm used to. I am of literally no help to you when it comes to patching these into our systems. Now, in order for these cryotubes to be viable, they're going to need to have the necessary the routing of the proper gases and fluids that are going to be necessary in order to keep these souls alive are going to have to be rerouted. So I'm gonna need some help on this one, as you would clearly understand these. What'd you call your ship?
It was the Tingler.
We're not going to ask more questions about that. And we're going to need to. I'm going to need some help in figuring out how these are all going to connect. So, gentlemen, it's engineering time. This is a 2-part roll. Okay. We have a speed problem on our hands, boys. The bad guys have arrived. And it is time to... You're going to need to pass a speed pass and an intellect pass. And any type of electronics or mechanical skills you have will be relevant.
Okay, so heavy machinery.
So computers, electronics, engineering, cybernetics,
computers,
cybernetics.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take anything that you feel you can justify, but tell me what you're taking in this role. The first thing we're going to do is, and that we're going to use the same rules as we used on the last roll. So if one of you fails, the other person gets the chance to make up for the difference. However, this time we're going to roll the group of 6 as a unit, unless it's a complete fucking disaster, in which case I'll give you a chance to recover. Okay?
So in the second row in expert, I have, again, jury rigging, engineering, hacking, unrelated. I have some unrelated skills: firearms, CQB, and explosives. Those won't help. Yep. So, and we're rolling this against speed. You said.
I mean, I would like to see 2 rolls. I'd like to see a speed roll and an intellect roll.
All right, what's your speed, Reggie?
26.
Jesus. Okay, mine's a 38. So
it sure is.
I should probably do the speed roll.
Yep, do the speed roll first, and I will allow you to put your 25% of engineering or jury rigging towards that roll. So,
okay,
was it 63?
Yep. 24.
24. You're well underneath. So, you have managed to hook up the electromechanical systems for life support. One more roll. And this time I want you to roll on intellect.
Okay. So plus
this one I might be better off taking. Rich.
Yeah, what's your intellect, Adam?
Well, I'm at 44, but I also have a mastery with
25.
the cybernetics.
Yep.
So
give it a
roll.
roll.
At it.
45.
Okay.
So I'm looking for anything but like a critical fail.
Yep.
56.
Okay. You got this. All right. So all 6 pods power up, and they are showing green across the board. They are ready to party. So right now you have on board, you have the entire normal crew of the Lucifer plus U4 plus an additional 8 people from Dean's crew are now able to board the Lucifer and have a ticket on what Brekt has called the coffin run, which is a powered evacuation of the moon at sublight speeds until they get outside of the null zone for the hyperdrive, in which case the hyperdrive will be able to cut back in and go. The onboard computer is capable of sensing when that happens, and so you will not need to be conscious during that time. What do you do who are now currently on the Lucifer? So that's Sasha
Start
and
the
Reggie.
countdown.
Sasha hits the comm to our team only and says, Sukas, we are ready to go. We can
No.
take... He says, we can take... what? I think he said 8. So Sasha says, we have space for 8 of Dean's friends, though I think he only has 6.
Yep.
Please verify numbers.
He wasn't talking to the DM.
Yeah, I was talking to
no,
you guys.
sorry, I was drinking.
Oh.
He was
One.
computing.
Okay, hold on a second. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count down the line, and then are there actually 6?
There's actually 8.
Okay.
Oh.
There are 8 individuals present currently.
Sasha says, okay, we can take them. Get everyone on the ship so we can leave.
And while you're talking, a shot goes out, and a laser beam streaks across the port that the Lucifer is docked in, and one of the 8 people that had been a part of Dean's group drops to the floor.
There are now 7 people ready for boarding.
Eric, are there half measures here?
What?
I do not
Person got
believe.
cut in half.
Yeah, I do not
Oh.
believe that either half of this individual remains living.
Wow. Eric says, Sasha says to Eric, okay, if he is dead, he's dead. Let's still need to leave. And then he lets go of the comm.
Meanwhile,
and he says,
and while you're in the process of doing that, over the general comms comes from a woman's voice. You sons of bitches. I gave all you this autonomy, and this is how you repay me. What the hell is going on here? What is this thing? Where are you, Brekt? Where are you? And Brekt responds.
oh,
He
no.
says, I am right exactly where I have intended to be throughout all of this, Malta.
Sasha says to Brekt, how soon can we lift off?
Well, right now the thrusters are in pre-charge mode. We got ourselves a good solid 2 minutes before those clear that. I'm going to say we got 10 minutes before we can spin up the drives.
Do you have shipboard weapons?
We do, but once again, we have very limited amounts of time here. I'm going to have to... That's kind of like trying to swat a fly with a howitzer. I mean, at a certain degree, you'll get it done, but at the other end of the fact, that fly might just fly right past that. What do you got to say, boy?
Do you have any spare light speed drives laying around that aren't installed in the ship?
Yeah, I keep hyperdrives
If
all
we-
over the
if-
goddamn place. You know this is a junkyard, right, boy?
Yeah. So if we rig up a ancillary power supply, I'm pretty sure we might be able to have something happen that could take care of this mob.
So what you're talking about here is some type of a generating type device, right?
Yes, it might be able to buy us some time to get everybody on board and get the hell off of here. But we are not going to want to be here.
Well,
Very
I
long after
don't
we start
necessarily
dipping.
have an excess drive because Lord knows I've been working on this as I've been pulling shit out of space every now and again. But however, I'm guessing that probably down somewhere near the hold on here on Lucifer, we might have the ability to tap into our main power cores if you're so inclined. However, if you short out the drive on this particular ship, I will be most distressed.
Sasha looks at Reggie and he says, "Do not touch anything on the ship."
Well, guys, if you remember when we were on the what was that other ship?
The Tingler, our ship?
No,
No,
Oh,
no,
the
the one-
Artemis?
the Artemis,
Or
when
the
the
Alexis,
we-
I'm sorry.
the Alexis, and we kicked on the hyperdrive. That portal opened,
Yes, but I do not wish to open portal here.
but that might help get Malta off our back.
I think we should just leave. That's what I think we should do.
Well,
What
she
says
does have a large, powerful laser.
what
down
says
there.
the group?
So
Can we hear
Sasha,
this conversation?
Of
or-
course you are.
Yeah,
you're
so
on.
talking
You're
over
on.
comms.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Sasha hits the comms again, and he says, "I think we should fire the shipboard lasers or whatever the weapons are, just as warning shot, and gets crowd to stand down."
That is in line with my initial plan.
Very good, Machina. I'm glad you see eye to eye with me. Brekt, where is the console for the weapons?
The console's like up there on your right hand side. It's you'll see the button that says big ass gun, because that's how I labeled it. Big ass gun.
It says bag.
yeah,
bag,
that's
big ass
it.
gun.
Big ass gun. Y'all can. I mean, I'm warning you. It's a big ass gun.
So Sasha looks at it to make sure it's not pointed at anyone.
Mhm.
Except for
Pointed,
Ann.
no, and then it's pointed skyward. Is there like an intercom or something like that, like a PA system kind of
General
thing,
Comms, probably.
or does
Yeah.
everyone have a vac suit on? Because then you can just like
No,
wide
I
band,
mean
guess.
there's a channel for general comms.
Okay. Sasha hits.
Matt.
Shout out from the chat. Matt the dev says, "BRB gonna go show my wife a bag." BAG.
Well, good luck with all that, and let me know how that works with your
Anyway,
wave motion gun.
One might call it a Yamato cannon.
Yamato cannon.
Thank you.
A
for
wave
the
motion
StarCraft
gun.
Shout out.
Oh my God, Telkas, that is why you are my favorite brush head of all time.
Oh,
Yes. So Sasha grabs the microphone in one hand and the bag switch in the other, and he presses the button to fire the gun.
Okay, he presses the gun, and within the ship you hear this growing growl, and there's a series of gears that enter motion, and then they pull back, and then this huge light comes at the front of the ship, and it, like a sausage, it like shoots straight out of the front of it, and literally nobody's hurt.
Perfect. I would imagine this causes the crowd to stop what they're doing.
They absolutely stop in their tracks because they've never seen Battleship Yamato, nor the
Yeah.
wave motion gun actually shoot. So
Sasha hits wideband comms, and he says, "People of this planet, I am your czar, Sasha." And then he says, "You will back away from the ship, or the next shot will go to you." John's gonna lose his shit.
Malta gets on the comms. Are you fucking serious?
Sasha looks at Brekt, and he goes, "Yes, I am very serious."
You're not gonna say yes, Suka?
Click,
So,
Suka.
so just to recap for those of you playing along with the Mothership at home game, Lucifer has released this incredible hot dog shaped beam of light coming out of the front of it, which has caused a great amount of wonderment, but not a whole lot of fear.
Not a whole lot of fear.
And
Okay.
then something occurs that has caused a lot of fear. On the far right-hand side of the hangar bay, much to everyone's surprise who currently is out there outside the Lucifer right now, and you're seeing it on cameras within the Lucifer, is a blue crackling aura that is reminiscent of what you saw in the Artemis.
Hey, Reggie got his wish.
I'm going to say I'm going to go on the wideband and just say, Malta, my theological studies have shown me that there are visions of autonomy that force one to surrender their identity. I believe we are all comfortable with our identities, including you. If we would like to continue having identities, we should work together, because this will kill all of our asses. Did I say that correct, Sasha?
I think,
yes, Miss Sheena, yes.
I think that is nothing but a typical trick and fake news, as we know it here on this particular moon. And
Quick, throw a grenade.
And she ignores all of that. Y'all need to come on out of that ship right now. Tell me a story about what Eric and Snuffy are doing right now. And
getting on the ship.
And where they are.
I'm going to toss a grenade and get on the ship.
I don't have a range. I'm going to fire my flare gun and get on the ship. They're not probably anywhere within flare gun range.
Cool. So tell me a story about where you shot your flare gun, Eric.
Cool. So,
No.
So let me see. We're in the hangar, and there's an entranceway to the hangar that we barricaded, basically, correct?
Yes.
And do I see anyone, or is this all basically happening in chat, or they're kind of in the distance? Like what?
You can see that there are people who have gathered around the barricade and are cutting through. There is clear evidence that they are on their way in. Meanwhile, there is an aura appearing within the docking area, and it is growing larger.
Okay. I am going to fire my flare gun, trying to go through any holes they poked in the barricade, fully understanding that I'm probably just going to shoot the barricade.
Okay. Seems legit. Give me a combat roll, Eric.
Okay.
Please be better than your forest character.
Please don't roll critically bad.
I can make no promises to either of those.
I'm sure there's lots of rocket fuel around us.
All right, I need someone to bait the legsy, okay?
Oh, Christ.
Exactly.
Well, that's a 64 out of 38.
Oh.
So
the GM starts on fire.
So the shot of the flare heads towards the barricade and is as you shoot it, it immediately begins arcing back towards the blue glow and strikes the blue glow, and it grows larger. And a leg starts popping out of the blue glow. You recognize the leg as one of the things you saw on the Artemis coming through the portal.
Physics is broken and we are in hell. We should leave.
Furthermore, you see the following vision in front of your eyes.
Uh-oh.
A Ming vase full of flaking mannequin arms is in your mind, but suddenly it's gone.
Dad?
Yeah.
Wow.
The arm the glow continues. The leg continues to emerge.
I did say that. I am getting on the ship now.
Yes. Tell me more about what you're up to there, Crane Eater.
I'm just taking one of those handy-dandy grenades, lobbing it over the barricade, and running up the ship with Hitachi.
Tell me about your combat roll.
I thought we went over this last time, that you're not too good at grenades, and it also doesn't affect the portal.
I said over the barricade, not at the portal. If you could
you're throwing it at
conversation,
enemies.
Sasha, it really helped this session in the immersion.
Wait
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, roll 2 sets of dice. Roll 2 sets of dice at a disadvantage for being sassy.
Okay.
Oh,
So I am. I
Sassy
do have
penalties
explosives.
are effect.
So with my combat, so that is a 75.
75.
Wait a minute. He is
I love
throwing this at a mass of civilians with no combat training. He
Yeah,
should
he's
get an advantage. For this.
Perfect U.S. Army. Gotcha. Okay, so
We're never getting sponsorship
okay.
First roll is
I
a
mean-
32.
from the army.
Yep, you made that one.
That's fine.
Second roll is an 8.
Okay, so both of your rolls head over towards the barricade, and they hit the barricade. Good job. Blows it down. The
over
group
the
of people
barricade.
over the barricade.
Lob.
You went over the barricade and hit the barricade and knocked it down. So good job. So now Malta's people are pouring into the area now.
Reggie's gonna run up to the console and hit the bag button again.
The leg continues
What?
to emerge from the portal. At this point, the right now, I'm gonna roll for it. Snuffy, you're seeing a vision. You are seeing that you claw at your legs. Your husk is withering. They dispassionately take notes on clipboards. You desiccate and blow in a fine spray of dust. The people grading you nod appreciatively. You got a good grade from the Russian judge. Good job.
Shit, yeah. My dismount was excellent.
And that disappears, and you find yourself back in reality with the glow happening to your right.
Getting on board the ship.
Seems like a good course of action. Okay. So, small arms fire is happening around you. Everyone's on board the ship. What's happening?
Reggie's gonna start escorting everybody to their cryopods, getting them settled.
Okay. What are you doing, Sasha?
Sasha says, I'm assuming Brekt is in like a pilot capacity.
He is in a pilot capacity. You hear over the comms, we are getting out of here. Get yourself set for departation on Lucifer. Straight up to hell.
I would imagine he has a cowboy hat on. I don't know why. Yep. So Sasha looks at him. Is there like a co-pilot spot or anything like that? Like
yeah,
this?
for sure. There's the typical
Okay.
3-person bridge station from
Gotcha.
from an Anaconda from Elite Dangerous because why not?
Very nice. Sasha looks at him and he says, "Do you need a hand?"
I'll take any kind of assistance I can. Now get on over there to the boarding and docking over there. Let's get them legs up and let's get this door closed.
All right. Sasha does not have astrogation. He does not have piloting.
Reggie does.
Oh, he has all the things I went over, and heavy machinery is probably good for flipping a switch. But
So Reggie, what are you up to?
Well, after getting everybody settled in the cryopods, aside from Eric and Snuffy, he's gonna head up to the bridge and say, "What's taking so long?"
Sasha grabs Reggie, throws him in the chair, and he says, "You fly," and then he goes to take a cryopod.
And
Okay.
as you guys are sitting down, the light flares outside the cockpit. A light like that of a sun has erupted inside of the hangar. You look down, you see the what you used to recognize as Malta and her people literally disintegrate in front of you. As this form emerges from the portal that had been forming outside of the ship. And the entire ship vibrates with the sound of hell emerging upon the inside of the hangar of the Lucifer.
Sasha looks to where the sound came from as he's trying to get strapped into his cryopod.
Give me a sanity check.
Yeah. 42. And is this what resolve helps? I don't remember.
I don't remember. Adam knows these things.
Adam?
Not resolve only helped with stress checks because it counted you.
Is
as,
that
like,
what it
one
is?
less.
Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't remember.
Give
Okay.
me- give me a
sanity
sanity
Panic checks.
is 42.
Mhm.
I roll a 47.
Okay. Everybody, take a 5-minute bathroom break. We'll be right
Okay.
back. Because
Uh-oh.
shit's about to go down.
All right, I'm going to go hit the bathroom then.
I'll be right back.
Wrong button.
Do 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 do.
Bathroom breaks are the best podcasting.
Yep. Totally professional
So-
radio.
So
I mean-
resolve does affect the panic, and I believe sanity just adds to the stress, which can trigger a panic.
Wait a minute. Resolve helps sanity?
No panic. It's minus
Wait,
panic.
So,
what's panic, though? I don't even see that.
So panic is when you fail,
Like I just did. Okay.
like a high stress.
yeah, it
You
would
take
give
a roll in the panic chart.
Yeah. And,
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
that's not what's going down right now.
Right.
so-
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
So, I think Dan's still away.
Beverage update. I've switched to flight mechanic mead.
Man, they're all
This
over the
is,
place nowadays.
Yeah, I'm getting down to the beginning of that pilot batch they sent me.
I will tell you that Flight Mechanic Mead, if you have not tried it, you should go over there to check your. Make sure you go to your local distributor and ask them, hey, Flight Mechanic, you got any of that shit over there? And if they say no, you say, well, you better up your game, because Flight Mechanic makes the best mead, the best rum, the best whiskey you have literally ever put between your lips. So there you go. All right, so. So Sasha has missed his sanity check, and Sasha, you begin to see in front of you some arms and bony hands beginning to emerge from the control panel in front of you, inexplicably. What do you do?
Wow. Well, if he failed his sanity check, I think.
This is real to him.
Right. Yeah. I think an appropriate response is he would freak the fuck out.
Okay.
And try to jump in the cryotube and slam it shut.
Okay. Reggie, you see this happening to Sasha. What's your response?
Do I see the hands?
You do not see the hands.
I trank him.
All you see is Sasha losing his
What?
shit.
I trank him.
Me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Gotta put that
tell me,
mad
Yeah,
tell
but I
me,
just
down.
closed the cryotube.
No, you were on the
still on the
bridge.
bridge.
You're on the bridge.
No, I said I'm sorry. Point of clarification. I threw Reggie into the seat, and I said, "You fly," and then I walked to the cryotube.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed that part. I missed that
That's
part.
okay.
So, yep, you're in a cryotube. So, you missed him, for the most part, losing his shit. So,
Okay.
Reggie, what are you up to?
I'm flipping knobs, dialing it in, trying to chart our course, and hitting the gas.
Give me a sanity check.
Okay.
Because shit's happening out there in front of your ship.
Do I get any kind of modifiers, or just straight up sanity?
Do you have anything in your character sheet that would modify your sanity? Hydroponics doesn't count because plants, while calming, are not calming in this case.
Maybe like a stim pack.
I'll allow it, but you're going to have to roll for it on speed.
Speed for the stim packs? Okay.
Yep.
Nope, that's a fail.
Okay, so you don't get it in time.
Okay, and I'll deduct one because I assume I missed it.
Yep.
So sanity is going to be a 48.
Yep.
And that will pass with a 47.
Oh.
Oh.
So you
Holy crap.
So tell me what you're doing, and I will allow it.
Again, I'm looking, I'm flipping the chart, the levers and things getting ready for takeoff.
Okay.
And I'm telling the nav which chart to go as we're, once we leave, pull away from orbit to avoid the ships in the sky in front of us.
The drives are spinning up, and as the engines roar, you're watching the glow slightly get less in your monitors. Tell me, Eric and Joe and Snuffy, what are you guys up to?
Getting in that cryo tube for that frosty sleep.
Panic is a free action. No. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check if they brought my crate.
Your crate is not available.
Okay, well, cryotube it is.
Okay. So the two of you are locking yourself into your cryotubes.
Yes.
At this point, I mean, that was the plan, is to get to orbit and be in cryo. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, you hear an insane cry from the outside of the ship as the engines spin up and thrusters pull up from the planet, and as you leave the hangar doors, as they are open above you, Brekt reaches over and says, "Hold on, we're gonna give this all she got," and he throws the switches, and the main drives kick in, and you're pulled back into your seats. Behind you, you see a blue glow, and the base that used to be Brekt's breakers begin to slowly be consumed in the blue glow of that entity that you left behind you. All is quiet behind you in the Lucifer, as the people who have been on the ship have locked into their cryotubes and have locked into what Brekt referred to as the coffin run. And as you approach escape velocity from the moon, Brekt looks back and says, "We made it, boys. All of that hell is behind us once and for all. Now, I don't know exactly where we're going, but I know that any direction from here is a good place." And
Don't worry, Brekt. I can find us our way home.
How you going to do that, boy?
Astrogation.
Give me a check.
All right. So astrogation is a plus. It's a secondary skill, so it'd be plus 25. And what do you want that on intellect?
I'll give it on intellect.
Okay, so 69. 26.
26. So, after the course of the liftoff and Reggie has laid in the course, you've given Brekt the coordinates for the original rendezvous that you had with Space Chupa.
Kentika.
Space Chupa,
Yep.
and he is able to successfully put the values in, and you all head back to the cryotubes, which have been successfully installed, and in your bunks, the two of you that are still awake, you find a couple of notes left to you from Dean and Anne. And they say to you, thank you. They say, and we thank you. We have been here so long, and we know that this is not the place that we belong. But you have helped us, and that is a good. And we are happy that we have known you. And we are thankful that you have come here. And no matter what happens in the future, we know that this is a better place. So thank you. We are going to sleep now. We will see you soon, we hope. And Anne
What?
says,
Anne.
Oh.
no. And then you lift up the notes and you slide into your cryotubes for the last time before you are heading off into your destination. And that is where we will leave this intrepid group of adventurers as they head off into the deep black. Sublight at this point, because they are still within the influence of that moon, that planet that has brought them to this place.
The event horizon.
And and we would like to thank you, our listeners, as this concludes Mothership, the RPG. We will be back, of course, with a new adventure. There will be a new GM at the helm. I believe it to be GM Dan.
It very well may be.
But
Don't want
we
to take
have,
anyone else's limelight,
but we have.
but I am ready.
Yep, and we will have to find out perhaps someday in the future whether or not the team rendezvous with Space Chupa, and whether or not they're able to deliver that sample and that genetic data that they rescued from the base there with the bloom and all that entailed. But as they sleep into the future, thank you for listening to us here on the Mothership Podcast. On behalf of the team, I am Menoth John. Good night, everybody.
I'm Eric. Hello. Goodbye.
Y'all can say goodbye. I don't give a fuck. You probably should, because that would have been good broadcasting and stuff. But whatever.
Peace out, bitches.
Das Vidania.
Good night, everybody.